Previously in The Marble Lion. Margaret reflects on her deep friendship with Doris, who provided her with unwavering support when her own family was distant. As Doris's illness worsened, Margaret stayed by her side, witnessing the pain and the love within Doris's family. Despite Doris's declining health, their bond remained strong, filled with moments of encouragement and humor. Doris encouraged Margaret to pursue her feelings for a teaching assistant, highlighting their friendship's mutual care and affection, even as they faced the heartbreak of losing Doris. What comes next? Welcome to the YouTube edition of the book The Marble Lion. You're about to embark on a journey of Chapter 10. Please subscribe and click the like button to support the channel and get notified when the next chapter is out. Please check out my published novel, Phoenix in Me. The link is provided in the description below. Additionally, if you like to buy me a coffee, the link is also included in the description below. Thank you. The chapter starts now. 10 years ago. When Doris asks me to pray with her, I am so confused and shocked that it is enough to look at my face and you would be clear about what I'm feeling. Religion is such a foreign concept to me that I do not know what to do or where to start. My family is entirely out of touch when it comes to belief, faith, or spirituality. Their lives would be better if they had known something about any of it. But no. I was baptized because it was a traditional thing to do, and a celebration where you invite all the people you know to contribute money to a child you don't even know. That was all. I remember sticking out to the local church with my middle school friends to mock the priests while they were holding the service, and that made me feel not good deep down, as far as I recall. But I needed to be a cool girl, to stick with the crowd, and we all disliked church. That was the cool thing to do. When I grew up, I forgot about those teenage outbursts, but I also forgot to ever go to church again or to pray. Until now. Doris has just started with her recovery after an open heart surgery, and she's feeling quite good for the most part, especially in spirit. She is in the mood to do so many things. She wants to paint, to be driven around, to talk with people, spend time in nature, or at least in the nearby park. Doctors are very skeptical, and they are advising her not to push too hard, but she says she's taking it easy. She's just taking it all in, everything that she missed while being in the hospital for the past few months. She is not overdoing her body, but she wants to be everywhere and with everyone, using every moment of every day. That is why it is so surprising that she is asking me to pray with her right now when we are on our way to the garden for her painting hour. At the same time, I know how important religion is to her and her family, and I feel honored that she is asking me to participate in her ritual with her. I honestly don't know. I don't know how to do it. I tell her. Several times while she was in the hospital, I would try to imitate what I saw in her house, but I ended up giving up. I will teach you the Lord's Prayer, Doris says. She and her family were devoted members of the Catholic Church, attending Mass every Sunday, celebrating every holiday, and also hosting celebrations for the baptismal anniversaries of their children every year, so-called spiritual birthdays. That is something I heard for the first time in their household, but I didn't mind the nice food and laughter since I was invited to each and every one of them. They did not mind that I didn't know how to perform the rituals or say the prayers. I was accepted as I am. As a scientist, I found it especially interesting and intriguing to learn more about and become more involved in something that had been so mystified and excluded from scientific circles. In a world full of evil, corruption, mistrust, death, and destruction, Doris's family was a beacon of hope, an island where you can find lost pieces of love and joy. And I was one of the happy individuals who had access to it. Today, Charles is talking so quickly that I barely managed to pick up the main points of his talk. Charles, please, could you slow down? I cannot keep up, I plead. Oh, wait. What? Am I rambling again? Jesus, what is wrong with me? He yells at himself, clearly frustrated. This is, what, the 5th time that you asked me to slow down in like an hour? I apologize, but I have several things on my mind and I would like to take notes on them, and at the same time I'm aware that I have a meeting next soon, and then there is the fact that we have barely scratched the surface with the topic, and of course I'm also excited when I talk about it. So he stops abruptly, looks at me and says, and I did it again. Yes, you did. I smile. Jesus. He sighs. And there it is again. He mentions Jesus, which brings back many memories of Doris and her family. Do you believe? I ask. Sorry? He asks. Do you believe in God? I complete the question. Charles is silent for a bit, thinking about what to answer. No, not really. My family does, kind of, but I never understood the fascination with something that you cannot touch or explain. Maybe the magic lies exactly there. You don't need to explain everything, know everything. You just have to believe in something, to have faith, I say. Well, I always go with know the unknown, hear the unheard, see the unseen, he says. Yes, of course. You're truly the scientist in your core, I reply. Anyway, I brought up the question only because you mentioned Jesus a few times, so... Oh yes, it's a habitual thing. I should change that. Charles blurs out, looks at his laptop and jumps from the chair. Oh, I'm sorry, Margaret, but I'm already late for my next meeting. Can we continue with this next week? Let's say, same time? Sure thing. Great. I will have my secretary contact you to schedule a meeting. It would be helpful if you could have some slides ready by then showing what we can include in the pamphlets for the hospitals. Just like some points that we can continue to work on. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Awesome. Need to run. See you soon. Bye. Charles replies and storms off from the meeting room. I take the deepest breath I have taken the whole day, close my eyes, and say the Lord's Prayer. Thank you for listening to chapter 10 of the book The Marble Lion. Don't miss the following video on this channel, which will be the next chapter. Listen, subscribe, and like the videos. Thank you.